everybody, welcome back. Merry Christmas everybody. It is almost Christmas time, and with that I'm going to be releasing version 1 of this map on December 31st. You heard it right here, December 31st, the map will be available for download. On the day of the release, I will release a short explaining how to download the map. It'll be a real simple process, it won't take more than 2 minutes. You will be exploring this awesome map in no time. With that being said, I still have a lot of land that needs to be filled in before I can release this, so we need to get started. The first building I built was an office building, and it houses Verizon, the cell phone service company. I don't really know if that was the plan from the beginning, but that's just what it ended up being. And it is a very tall 1960s style just box building, very simple and easy to build, and it had a bunch of cell service antennas on top because it is Verizon. After each building, I detailed the sidewalk in front of them. I did them all separately instead of doing it all at once because it allows me to put more detail into it and just give it that extra little touch. After the first big building is done, I start moving on building smaller buildings. I decided to make this street a very historic street, so all of these buildings are going to be built kind of like in the early 1900s. Not gonna lie, building all of these tiny buildings by hand was kind of hard, and coming up with designs was a little difficult, and I felt like I was building the same thing over and over again, but looking back at them, they turned out really good. So hopefully you guys enjoy these buildings. They were very tedious and it took quite a long time to build all these, but I powered through and I made it. To break things up a little bit, I decided to build a gas station on this section of the block. I thought it just looked really good there. And then once that block is done, I did have a little strip of grass next to the glass building I built a few episodes ago, so I decided to fill that in with a nice row of buildings as well. After that block is done, there is one block that really needs to be done because it is on the waterfront, so it needs to be filled in. The building I decided to make here was based off of the Solaris in Brickell Park, Miami. It's a really cool build. It's only about 14 floors tall. Mine ended up being about the same, about 14 floors tall. And I really like the roof design, so overall this building ended up being my favorite building of the episode, and I hope you guys agree too. After finishing the tower, I did the landscaping, and I went completely overboard doing palm trees for this map. I pretty much put them anywhere there was grass. There's a palm tree there. I don't know, it looks good, and it's supposed to be a tropical city, so palm trees are everywhere. Next was just to fill in all of the extra space around this new building, and one of the first buildings I wanted to build was an old 1950s diner, which I think turned out really cool, and it turned out so cool that I did the interior for it, which made it even cooler. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Do something a little bit different on this corner, so I decided to build a really small like motel that's kind of fallen apart and is like super cheap to stay at. I put a lot of trees around it to kind of make it like blend in a little bit better, and I don't know, I really enjoyed making this build, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. And now that just leaves one more square of land that I need to fill in before I can release this map. This little plot of land is not very big, so I only had room for one office building, so I decided to make just that, just one office building. It's a fairly decent sized office building. I think it's around 10 floors tall. This is the last building I am building in the year 2023. The year as a whole, I have built 71 buildings in downtown and an entire airport, which I'm not really including as a building. That's more of like infrastructure, but an entire airport. So yeah, there's going to be a lot to explore on version 1 of this map. Thank you all for staying to the end of the video. Don't forget, December 31st, the map is being dropped, so download that if you would like. As always, like the video if you enjoyed, and if you really enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button. I will catch you guys all in the short explaining how to download, and then again next year in 2024. See you guys later. Bye.